Adventure Time is one of the best cartoons ever made. No debate. It's funny, it's sad, it's deeply philosophical, and occasionally it's just two bros punching banana gourds in the face while farting into magical burritos. It's a cartoon that's not really for kids, but also not for kids. It's a post-apocalyptic Candyland with a surprising amount of emotional trauma, and somehow, despite all that brilliance, Adventure Time has never had a great video game. Sure, it had some games, some are fine, and a couple are actually decent, but nothing that truly captures the heart, the weirdness, or the existential beauty of the show. And that feels like a missed opportunity the size of Jake's shape-shifting butt. So today we are diving in the sad, sweet, and slightly sticky story of Adventure Time's video game history, why it never worked, why it should have worked, and what a truly great Adventure Time game could look like if someone would just give it the love and budget it deserves. Alright, let's start with the actual games that exist. And yes, they made Adventure Time games, and a lot more than you think. And no, they are not what you would call good. First we have Hey Ice King, why would you steal our garbage? Yes, that's the actual title. It's a side-scrolling game with Zelda vibes and some cute dialogue written by Pendleton Ward himself. But gameplay-wise, it's about as tight as a loose shoelace in a wind tunnel. Combat is clunky, jumping feels like you're moonwalking underwater, and somehow they made dungeon crawling feel like doing chores in Candy Kingdom. Then we have the infamous Exploded Dungeon because I don't know. Catchy title but terrible loop. It's a dungeon crawler with roguelike elements, except none of the design is interesting or rewarding. You run through repetitive rooms, fighting the same two enemies, picking up coins, and listening to characters repeat one-liners like it's a cursed songboard. Next up, we have Finn and Jake Investigations. It's a 3D detective game with no combat, which could be cool, except it's not. It feels like it was designed to be played exclusively by people who are afraid of buttons. You just walk, click on things, and here we should look for clues 50 times per minute. Then have Pirates of the Caribbean. Look like it might be the turning point. Sailing mechanics, RPG combat, and a big open world. And yet it's somehow both shallow and bloated. The ocean feels like a giant empty parking lot. The turn-based combat is slower than BMO on dial-up, and the RPG element feels tracked on, like someone shouted Skyrim during a pitch meeting and no one knew what it meant. Then we've got the LEGO Dimensions DLC, and hey, you know what, it's actually good. It's short, it's sweet, and it's packed with reference and charm, but it's also a part of a cancelled Toys to Life game that now only exists in collectors' closets next to 14 Skylander portals and a handed copy of Disney Infinity. So in short, we've got some games, but they either lacked polish, lacked budget, or just didn't understand what made the show special. Most of them felt like adventure adjacent. Now let's talk about why this hurts. Because Adventure Time isn't just a cartoon, it's a universe. The Land of Ooo is a post-nuclear, magical, multi-dimensional fever dream. You've got ancient ruins, futuristic technology, candy people, mutants, gods. There's so much lore packed into the show that it makes Skyrim look like a coloring book. There are wizards with tragic backstories, vampires dealing with centuries of trauma, a Babylonian monarch who might secretly be a dictator, and a little Lich who wants to raise a life. You've got characters that change and grow over time. Finn matures from a goofy 12-year-old to a seasoned warrior who literally walks away from battle. Marceline goes from cool goth vampire to a vulnerable musician exploring her past and her pain. Even Jake goes through arcs. Sort of, he's still moody, stone and stretchy, but still.
Need a pancake, bacon pancakes, that's what it's gonna make, bacon pancakes.
The show deals with morality, war, memory loss, grief, aging, abandonment, identity, depression, all under the candy-colored cover of a kids show. So you are telling me this world cannot support a good game? This is the perfect video game world. There's a dungeon dimension, there's vampire kingdom, there's an ancient mushroom war and ruined civilization. You could do a survival game, an open world RPG, a strategy sim, a roguelike, deck builder, literally any genre. It's not just that Adventure Time could be a great game, it's that it's built like one already. The map already drawn, the factions already written, the quest already part of the show. The only thing missing is effort. So why haven't we gotten any perfect game? Well, welcome to the world of licensed games. Most Adventure Time games came out in the early 2010s. Back then, publishers were still doing that thing where you think a popular kids IP, hand it to a small studio, say make something, and give them 6 months and a cheese stick. The result, games that looked like Adventure Time on the outside but were hollow in the inside, like Chocolate Bunny that's been dropped in the Walmart parking lot. And to be fair, Adventure Time is hard to show to adapt. The tone is all over the place. Early seasons are goofy, random and loud, and later seasons are quiet, sad, and deeply introspective. One episode is about a burrito that grows legs and sings, and the next is about a man slowly losing his mind because of a cursed crown and dying alone. So how do you capture that in a game? Well, you probably can do it in a 3-hour dungeon crawler. Also, the audience grew up, but the games didn't. The show got darker, more mature, more emotional, but the game stayed aimed at 8-year-old with short attention spans and a tolerance for button mashing. It was a mismatch of tone, timing, and let's be honest, effort. So let's dream for a minute. What would a real Adventure Time game look like? An open world action RPG that is being young, excited. It's like Pharaoh. You've got basic sword and Jake's basic transformations. You go level up, you get more swords, more abilities, and the map would just be a fully explorable Land of Ooo, Ice Kingdom, Fire Kingdom, Candy Kingdom, Nightosphere. NPCs give side quests, Marceline's help writing a song, Lumpy Space Princess needs to write to a cosmic rave, Peppermint Butler drags you into some kind of occult blood ritual, and you make moral choices. Combat is fast, fluid, cartoony, bosses are huge, creative, emotional, and when you finish the game, of course, new game plus. So yeah, Adventure Time is more than that. Adventure Time is a game that's just more. We've had some decent attempts, some fun cameos, a couple decent Zelda clones, but we've never gotten the one, and that sucks. Because if any cartoon deserves a sprawling, weird, emotional genre defining a video game, is this one. So let's stop pretending this franchise should be stuck to in low-budget mobile apps. Let's give it love, the team, the vision it deserves. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you soon, random internet brother.